Welcome to TechCast by Raqmedia.com, your quick stop for the latest tech news, smart hacks, and cutting-edge updates. Stay informed, stay ahead. Let's dive in.
Welcome back to Raqmedia TechCast, your daily dose of tech insights. We're back with another deep dive.
Absolutely.
And today we're going to be tackling two really interesting articles from Raqmedia.com.
Yeah.
One is dealing with routers and troubleshooting those pesky little red lights that we all dread.
Right.
And the other one is delving into the world of encrypted messaging, which is becoming increasingly important in our digital age.
I think what's interesting is how both of these articles kind of touch upon the same theme.
Oh, yeah.
It's all about ensuring smooth and secure digital experiences.
Exactly.
Whether that's fixing your internet connection or, making sure that your conversations are private.
That's right.
We've got you covered.
Yeah, so let's jump right into it. First up, let's tackle those router woes.
Okay.
So the first article, 7 simple fixes for that red light on your router.
Yeah.
It's a familiar sight for many of us. I know I've been there.
Yeah.
But, before we even jump into the fixes, I think it's important to understand what those lights are trying to tell us.
Absolutely.
That red light doesn't always necessarily signal a major catastrophe.
Right.
It could be a simple connection issue or even a problem with your ISP.
Yeah, it's like a warning signal.
Yeah.
Something's not quite right, but it doesn't always tell you exactly what's wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like playing detective a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
So the article suggests 7 fixes.
Mm-hmm.
So where do you think we should start?
Well, I think the first one's often the simplest, and that's checking the power supply.
Oh, yeah.
You'd be surprised how often a loose connection is the culprit.
That's right.
Make sure the power cord is securely plugged in at both ends.
Right.
And check the outlet itself just to make sure it's working.
It's like the classic tech support advice.
Yeah.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
Exactly.
Sometimes that's all it takes.
Yeah, sometimes it really is that simple.
And speaking of turning things off and on again, the second fix is to restart your router.
Right.
Give it a little break.
It's like a little vacation for your router.
Exactly.
Just unplug it, wait about 30 seconds.
Yep.
Plug it back in, and often that's all it takes.
Clears out any temporary glitches.
Yeah.
Refreshes the settings.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's a good one to try. The third fix focuses on those cables and connections.
Yeah, yes.
The bane of our existence sometimes.
You really can be.
But they're essential, so
Yeah.
make sure you inspect all the cables connected to your router for any fraying kinks or damage.
Right.
Make sure they're snugly plugged in on both ends.
Yeah, just give them a little wiggle. Make sure
Yeah.
nothing's loose.
Sometimes, that little jostle can disrupt the whole signal.
Absolutely.
And while you're at it, consider investing in some good quality Ethernet cables.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
They might cost a bit more upfront, but they can significantly improve your connection speed and reliability.
And in the long run, it's worth it.
Totally.
You're less likely to have problems
It's-
if you're using a good quality cable.
Okay, so the fourth fix is a bit more technical, but still pretty straightforward.
Okay.
Updating your router's firmware.
Firmware updates.
They're like the software updates that we get on our phones and computers.
Yeah.
They include bug fixes,
Yeah.
security patches, even new features
But it's
sometimes.
important to keep them up to date
Totally.
because, it helps to keep your router running smoothly
And securely.
and securely. Yeah.
Most modern routers offer automatic updates, which is super convenient.
That's really helpful.
But if yours doesn't,
Yeah.
you can manually check for updates through the router's web interface.
Yeah, you just need to log in
Exactly.
and see if there's an update available.
It's usually a simple process, and there are plenty of online tutorials to guide you through it.
Absolutely.
It's interesting how we often overlook the importance of updating our routers.
Yeah.
But it's just as crucial as updating our other devices.
Right.
It's all about staying ahead of potential problems and ensuring a seamless online experience.
Yeah, preventative maintenance.
Exactly. All right, so the fifth fix is a little more drastic.
Okay.
Resetting your router to factory settings.
The nuclear option?
Yeah,
Sometimes it's necessary.
this wipes the slate clean,
Yeah.
restores it to its original state.
Exactly.
But it's essential to remember, this will erase all your personalized settings.
Everything.
Your Wi-Fi network, name, password, all that good stuff.
So make sure you have that information backed up
Exactly.
before you do the reset.
Yeah, jot it down, keep it in a safe place.
Right.
Because you're going to need it.
Yeah.
And speaking of needing help, the sixth fix is all about calling in the experts.
Okay.
your internet service provider.
Right.
Sometimes the problem lies beyond your router
Yeah.
and within your internet provider's network.
It could be something on their end that
Exactly.
you have no control over.
So if you've tried all the previous fixes and nothing seems to be working, don't hesitate to contact your ISP.
Yeah. They have the tools and the knowledge
Yeah.
to troubleshoot those problems.
They're the pros.
Yeah.
And finally, the seventh fix isn't really a fix at all, but rather a proactive approach to router maintenance. It's all about preventing those dreaded red light moments before they even happen,
Right.
just like we take care of our physical health.
Yeah.
With regular checkups.
With regular checkups.
We need to be proactive about maintaining our digital health as well.
Absolutely.
So this means regularly checking your connections,
Yeah.
ensuring cables are in good condition, keeping your firmware up to date,
All those good things
all that good stuff.
that we've talked about.
Exactly. So rather than waiting for things to break, we're taking charge and creating a more stable and reliable online environment.
I love that.
Yeah.
Be proactive.
Take control
Take control
of your router. Now, for those who want even more in-depth guidance on router troubleshooting, be sure to visit Raqmedia.com.
Yes.
You'll find the full article we're discussing today, along with a wealth of other tech-related content.
Awesome.
So that's the router stuff out of the way. But now let's move from the physical world of cables and routers
Yeah.
to the digital realm of encrypted messaging.
I'm excited.
Me too. It might seem like a completely different topic.
Yeah.
But it's still all about taking control of our digital lives, ensuring that our online interactions are both smooth and secure.
Exactly.
So get ready to crack the code with us as we delve into the fascinating world of encrypted messaging.
Let's do it.
All right.
I'm ready.
All right, so we've tamed those unruly routers for now, at least, hopefully. But now let's switch gears and dive into the world of encrypted messaging.
All right, let's do it.
It sounds like something out of a spy movie.
It does, doesn't it?
But the Raqmedia article, Cracking the Code, the science behind encrypted messaging,
Yeah.
makes it clear this technology is for everyone.
Absolutely. It's becoming increasingly vital for anyone who values their online privacy.
Yeah, especially in an age of data breaches and online surveillance.
Right. It's like having a secret conversation in a crowded room.
Yeah,
Only you and the intended recipient can understand what's being said.
that's a great analogy.
Yeah.
But how does it actually work?
Okay.
The article mentions encryption algorithms.
Yeah.
Can you break that down for us?
Well, imagine you're sending a postcard with a secret message.
Okay.
You don't want anyone else to read it.
Right.
So you decide to scramble the letters, creating a code that only your friend who has the key to decipher it can understand.
Right.
Encryption algorithms work in a similar way. They scramble your messages using complex mathematical formulas,
Right.
turning them into unreadable ciphertext.
So it's like a digital lock and key
Exactly.
for your messages.
Only someone with the correct decryption key can unlock the message and make it readable again.
Got it. The article mentions a couple of common algorithms, RSA and AES.
Yes.
What's the difference between them?
So think of RSA as a padlock with two keys.
Okay.
One key is public and you can share it with anyone.
Right.
This is the key people use to lock messages they send to you.
Okay.
The other key is private and you keep it safe and sound.
Got it.
This is the key you use to unlock those messages.
So even if someone intercepts the message,
Right.
they won't be able to open it without your private key.
Exactly. It's like having a mailbox with a slot for incoming mail that anyone can use,
Yeah.
but only you have the key to open the mailbox and retrieve the messages.
That makes sense. What about AES?
AES is more like a safe with a single key.
Okay.
Both the sender and recipient need a copy of the same key to lock and unlock the message.
Got it.
It's often used for encrypting data stored on your computer or in the cloud.
Okay, so RSA is for messages in transit,
Right.
and AES is for data at rest.
Exactly.
Got it. Now, the article also mentions SSL/TLS.
Yeah.
What's that all about?
SSL/TLS is like the security guard for websites. It's what puts the S in HTTPS, that little padlock you see in your browser's address bar.
Right.
It ensures that any information you exchange with a website, like your credit card details or personal information, is encrypted and protected from prying eyes.
So when I see that padlock, I can rest assured that my connection is secure.
Yes, you can.
That's good to know.
Right.
Now let's shift gears and talk about why people use encrypted messaging.
Okay.
It's not just for spies and secret agents anymore, right?
Definitely not. It's for anyone who values privacy and security.
Yeah.
Journalists use it to protect their sources. Businesses use it to safeguard sensitive information, and everyday people use it to have private conversations without worrying about eavesdropping.
It sounds like it's becoming essential for navigating our increasingly digital world.
It really is.
What are some of the most interesting or unexpected ways people are using it?
Well, doctors are starting to use it to communicate with patients about sensitive medical information,
Okay.
ensuring that those conversations remain confidential. Activists and human rights defenders in repressive regimes rely on it to organize and communicate securely, protecting themselves from surveillance and censorship.
Wow.
Even online dating apps are starting to integrate encrypted messaging to protect users' privacy and safety.
I had no idea. It was being used in so many different ways. It's amazing how technology can empower people to connect and communicate securely, even in challenging circumstances.
Absolutely.
It's not just about keeping secrets. It's about protecting our right to privacy and freedom of expression.
I agree.
I'm really starting to see why this topic is so important.
It is.
And it's not a new concept either.
No, it's not.
People have been trying to protect their communications for centuries.
For a long time.
Really, tell me more about the evolution of encryption.
Well, in ancient times, people used simple ciphers, like the Caesar cipher, which involved shifting letters in the alphabet.
Oh,
During World War II, the Germans used the infamous Enigma machine to encrypt their military communications. It took a team of brilliant minds at Bletchley Park to crack the Enigma code, which was instrumental in helping the Allies win the war.
that's fascinating. So how did we go from simple letter shifting ciphers to these sophisticated encryption algorithms we have today?
The real breakthrough came in the 1970s with the advent of public key cryptography.
Okay.
This revolutionary concept, which we touched upon earlier with the RSA algorithm, allowed for secure communication between people who had never met before,
Right.
without having to exchange secret keys beforehand.
That's incredible.
It paved the way for the secure online transactions and communications we take for granted today.
It's amazing how far we've come. Speaking of moving forward, I'm curious about the future of encrypted messaging.
Yeah.
What new developments are on the horizon?
One exciting area is quantum cryptography, which leverages the principles of quantum mechanics to create encryption keys that are virtually unbreakable.
Unbreakable keys. That sounds like something straight out of a science fiction movie.
It does a little bit.
What other advancements are being explored?
Another promising area is the use of blockchain technology to create decentralized messaging platforms that are resistant to censorship and surveillance.
Okay.
Imagine a messaging app that is not controlled by any single company or government, where your conversations are truly private and secure.
That sounds like a game changer.
Yeah.
It's both exciting and a little bit daunting to think about the possibilities. It seems like the future of encrypted messaging is all about even stronger security, greater privacy, and a more decentralized approach to communication.
You got it.
And as we become increasingly reliant on digital communication, these advancements are more important than ever.
Absolutely. And if you're interested in learning more about the evolution of encryption and its impact on our lives, I highly recommend checking out Raqmedia.com.
Yes,
They have some fantastic articles that delve deeper into this fascinating topic.
absolutely. Raqmedia.com is a great resource for anyone who wants to stay informed about the latest tech trends and learn how to navigate the digital world safely and effectively.
For sure.
But we're not done with encrypted messaging just yet.
Oh.
There are some challenges and controversies surrounding this technology
Mm-hmm.
that we need to address. It seems like with any powerful technology, there are always going to be those gray areas,
Yeah.
those complexities, those controversies. So what are some of the challenges that you see facing encrypted messaging?
Well, one of the biggest challenges is balancing the need for privacy with the needs of law enforcement.
Oh, yeah.
You know, some argue that law enforcement should have access to encrypted communications.
Right.
Especially in cases involving serious crimes.
I can see that argument, but wouldn't that create a back door
Exactly.
that could then be exploited by hackers?
Right, or even authoritarian governments.
Right, exactly. So it's a slippery slope.
It is a slippery slope.
Yeah.
It's a delicate balancing act.
Yeah, we want to catch the bad guys,
Yeah,
but we also want to protect our own privacy
absolutely.
and security. So
It's a tough one.
it is a tough one.
Yeah, it's an ongoing debate, and it's important to have, those open and honest discussions
Yeah,
about these complex issues.
absolutely. Another challenge I see is the spread of misinformation
Yeah,
and the potential misuse of these platforms
right.
for malicious purposes.
Absolutely. So while encryption can be a tool for good, it can also be used for harmful activities.
Right, so it's a double-edged sword in a way.
It is.
Yeah, it really underscores the need for digital literacy.
Yeah.
And critical thinking skills.
Absolutely.
We need to be able to evaluate information, discern fact from fiction,
Right.
and use technology responsibly.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
All right, so before we wrap up, are there any best practices you can share for ensuring secure messaging?
Absolutely. One of the most important things is to choose reputable providers.
Okay.
Look for apps and services that use strong encryption protocols.
Right.
And have a good track record of protecting user privacy.
So do your research, read reviews.
Yeah.
Be cautious about downloading apps from unknown sources.
Absolutely.
And it's also crucial to be aware of phishing scams.
Oh.
Even if a message appears to be from someone you trust, be wary of clicking on links or downloading attachments you weren't expecting.
Right. If something seems off, it probably is.
Better safe than sorry.
Exactly.
Right. And finally, keep your apps and devices up to date.
Yes. Those updates often include important security patches.
So it's really just about staying vigilant and being proactive.
Absolutely.
Well, this has been a fascinating deep dive into the world of encrypted messaging. It's amazing how this technology has evolved from those simple ciphers to become such an essential tool for protecting our privacy and security in this digital age.
Yeah, it's been a wild ride.
It really has. And, we've covered a lot of ground today, from the technical intricacies of these algorithms to the, kind of complex ethical and societal implications.
Yeah, it's a multifaceted topic.
It is. But one thing is clear. Encrypted messaging is here to stay.
It is.
And its impact on our lives is only going to continue to grow. So as we move forward, it's crucial that we stay informed, engage in thoughtful discussions, and use this powerful technology responsibly.
Well said.
And if you want to learn more about this fascinating topic and many others, be sure to visit Raqmedia.com.
Yes.
You'll find a wealth of information there on encrypted messaging, router troubleshooting,
Yeah.
all sorts of tech-related subjects. It's your one-stop shop for staying informed about all the latest trends and advancements in the digital world.
Awesome.
We've reached the end of our deep dive today. A big thank you to our expert for sharing their knowledge and insights.
It was my pleasure.
And to our listeners, thank you for joining us on this journey into the world of tech. We'd also like to extend a special thanks to our amazing scriptwriter, Ezzedine Yahawi, for putting together this insightful episode. And don't forget to subscribe to Raqmedia TechCast on Spotify for more deep dives into the fascinating world of technology. Until next time, stay curious, stay connected, and stay secure.